Good morning. I have had a little bit of a realization. So, over the last few videos, I've been talking about motivation. I have talked about whether Etsy or Shopify is better. And I've talked about trying to get motivated and trying to get back into marketing and trying to do my business better. And these last couple of weeks, I have had a lot more sales. And they've all come from my Shopify store. As I talked about in my last video, we've had a bit of an uptick. It's gone on since then. But all of those sales have come from YouTube. And YouTube is the only place where I currently advertise my business. It's the only one where I push my business. So I actually have two YouTube channels. I have this one and I have my personal one. And my personal channel is about my life. It's just like day in the life diaries. It's me going out on hikes. It's frugal living. It's frugal cooking. It's how I live my real life. And I have a lot of traction there in terms of subscribers. My channel's been monetized. I get donations from various places towards that channel. So it's a very busy channel. And someone suggested that in the show notes, I should be putting all my links to all my places. Now, I do have the links in the channel about section, but I don't think people go there very often. So I've started putting the links into the show notes so that every video that comes up, all my information is there. You can find my Shopify store, you can find where to buy my book, you can find all these other things, you can find out where to donate for me, all the different various sites that I use. And my sales have gone up. And I've realised that that is marketing, that's working for me. So I am doing marketing. And I've also realised over time that the reason this channel, the one that I'm now posting on here, isn't doing so well is because this is more of a behind the scenes work channel. So this channel isn't for consumers, so to speak. It isn't for customers. And I've realised that this channel does not divert traffic to my shop for people who want to buy things. And it's just gravitated that way. So I used to put all my product shorts up there so you could see me making things, you could see close-up short videos of products in motion, so to speak, in the same way that you would add those listings to a website. But more of it is like this, so it's more of a touching base with other businesses, with other crafters, with other small businesses, with other handmade people. So it's not going to drive traffic because I don't sell to businesses. Business to business is about community. It's about sharing experiences and notes on how things are, and that's kind of what I wanted this to be. But equally, my other channel is not about my business. And although it will come up in conversation if it's relevant to what I'm doing, like I'll say, hey, this morning I'm off to I've got to do some errands because I have several packages because I sold this on Shopify, I sold this on my store, someone asked me to make this, or I've sold my book on my Etsy page over there. And then people go, oh, you've got a shop. What do you sell? What do you do? So I'm adding all of that into the show notes now, and I'm getting more sales, I am getting repeat buyers, and it's been a little bit of a eureka moment that maybe I am actually starting to understand what I'm doing and how I'm doing things. Now, throughout all of this, I'm still not getting sales on Etsy. I did put a selection of my dress listings back up on Etsy, kind of more of an experiment than anything. It's been a couple of weeks or so, a few weeks by the time this video goes up, and it hasn't made any difference, which isn't really any surprise. Etsy's a very difficult place to try and sell on. It's an oversubscribed website. There are millions of handmade sellers on there, all doing very similar things to me, and that's just within my industry. So it's very hard to sell like that. But when I go on to my personal YouTube and I talk about it, I'm talking about it to real people, to people who live similar lifestyles to me, so they appreciate and understand real life. There are people looking for DIY money saving hacks, like how to cook from scratch, how to bake a cake that doesn't cost a fortune, that doesn't require any skill. They're interested in people who do handmade and upcycle and recycle, and that's where my customer base is coming from. So I think I have learnt something recently. It's like a penny dropped. I'm not very good at business analysis, and whilst I consider myself very good on the admin side of like money and keeping records and stuff like that, I don't think of myself as a particularly good business person. I am lousy at marketing. I don't particularly enjoy it. It's not my brain's just not wired up for it. But this last couple of weeks has helped me understand a few things about what I have been doing, why certain things have not been working, and whereas I was thinking about, I need to get this channel monetized, I need to get more people, that's not going to happen. And that's fine. I've had a uptick in subscribers recently, but it's not many. It's only a few. But that's fine, because I think most of the people that are following me here probably are small handmade businesses, and I think it's much more about the life and times and the struggles of being a small business in a cost of living crisis. And that's fine, because it gives me somewhere just to talk out what I'm thinking about, ideas I might have, problems I'm having, and that sometimes I'll get comments back, and hopefully that'll help you, it'll help me. But the other channel really seems to be where things are, and I'm going to hone in on that a bit more and tap into that and use that to my advantage, because these extra sales have given me the enthusiasm to think about a bit more about, right, I need to go back and think a bit more about my business, and can I make this work? I can make this work, and I just need to focus in the right areas, that may be promoting it through my personal channel, which isn't my business channel, but that's where all the consumers are lurking, I think. And a lot of the people who watch on my other channel aren't subscribers. They're people that drop into certain kinds of videos, because I do quite a range, and not everything suits everyone. But that one person who's looking at how to make a cake might also be really into buying handmade, or be looking for unique gifts. So a lot of the items that I sell would make good gifts. The coasters do really well as gifts. I have the handmade jewellery. Everything's a one-off. So if someone's looking for something a little bit different, they'll find it there, and if that's their sort of thing. So I have things to work on. It's given me some enthusiasm. I feel a little bit more buoyant this last couple of weeks, thinking about that and working on that. So that's all been rather exciting, and I just thought I'd give you that as an update. Thanks for watching.